Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warmings.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming. Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming.
I'm Zach. I'm going to be a junior in nuclear engineering at the University of Illinois.
Hi, my name's Mike. I'm a senior in mechanical engineering at University of Illinois.
Hi, my name's Ryan. I'm an undergrad engineering major.
We've gone over global warming in a bunch of classes of mine.
My background knowledge on global warming primarily comes from my thermodynamics classes, Miami 300, and then we've also touched on it in other classes, like in the physics thermo classes.
I've taken quite a few engineering classes, including thermal physics. Well, it's a basic overview of statistical thermodynamics, so we learn a lot about, how heat behaves and how, heat diffuses and heat transfer.
Our thermodynamics class talked about ME 300 for actually about 3 lectures. We went over it basically as looking at the Earth as a giant system, as a heat coming in, heat going out, and where all the heat ended up going, why it wouldn't leave necessarily.
One of the most common examples that I see is temperature measurement stations are in locations that would yield higher temperature readings. Like I've seen pictures of these locations, right next to air conditioning coils in the middle of cities, so of course they're going to be hotter than ones that are, sitting out in a cornfield.
Basically, some of the main ideas that the media puts out, that it's mankind's fault, that rising CO2 emissions and green gas emissions are causing increased global warming, is pretty much falsity, because we've already reached a saturation level on greenhouse gas emissions, and any added amount isn't going to trap more heat coming from the sun or energy coming from the sun.
There's a saturation level for carbon dioxide where past this point, there's no more additional effect. Like we could add tons more CO2 to the point where we can't breathe, and we won't see more global warming effects.
The natural sources of carbon dioxide through the breathing of the planet is many, many times the amount of carbon dioxide that human activity produces. But over billions of years, the planet has developed its own mechanisms for taking back up from the atmosphere that amount of carbon dioxide. So there's a natural balance between the breathing in and the breathing out of the planet.
The global warming stance that's out there in the media now, I believe is how to say this? It's hyped. Humans, we are making an impact, but to the extent of what they're saying is false.
The sun itself is the main reason I see increased energy coming from, increased solar output, which has been a trend for the last probably 50, 100 years or so, as it's coming to an end of a solar age.
NASA, they have all their temperature recordings with various methods, some on the ground and some are done with satellites and weather balloons, things like that. And I don't know the equations that they use, but somehow they compile it all to get an average temperature. And they do corrections to their data, just like with any other systems. I mean, you'll have to put correction factors in. But it's interesting to see that as the average temperature keeps increasing for each year after year after year, it's interesting to see that their correction factors keep increasing year after year after year. So it's hard to say that this increasing average temperature is definite.
A lot of people that are taking temperature measurements are also the ones that are really supporting the global warming alarmism, and like, you know, I guess that's their little inconvenient truth, is that everyone who's getting these high temperature results is already an alarmist.